welcome to Better Call Saul Before Breaking Bad, a podcast where I, Kent Meslowski, for reasons of obsessive-compulsive disorder, force my friend Steve Ignat to watch Better Call Saul and then Breaking Bad in chronological order. This is Better Call Saul Before Breaking Bad.
Without being cooked.
The tortillas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they're just better when they're cooked. I mean,
So,
they're already pretty much cooked.
right. Welcome back, everyone. I am your host, Kent Meslowski. This is my co-host,
Steve Ignat.
and we just saw Better Call Saul, Season 3, Episode 7, Expenses.
A lot of things gonna hatch in the next episode. By golly, this was
A lot of moves in this
a lot of
episode.
planning stages.
Yeah.
On here.
It was almost like half of a cliffhanger.
Yeah. It just half a cliffhanger with, and that other half was the half you wanted to see.
That might even be the next episode.
Yeah.
Who knows?
How many episodes left in the season?
3.
3? Okay. Yeah. So they're starting things out pretty early.
Starting to get to the conflict
Yeah.
of the season.
Where did we start out? We started out
With community service, first day community service.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Everything I said about Mike in the first episode
Yeah.
is I now transfer all of that to the driver of the van, Tallywhacker. Yeah, you were only there for 30 minutes. Yeah, you mean,
Consider
Look,
consider community service being in jail. No phones allowed in
yeah,
jail.
seriously, if he collected 2 bags when everyone else had 1 bag,
Yeah.
he did more.
Yep.
Fuck you, pay me.
Yep.
Fuck you, pay me.
Tell me about it.
No, people like that just piss me off.
So he gets through that, and he runs off to shoot a commercial.
Wet naps.
Yep.
Wet wipes in the trunk. Change your clothes really quick.
Off to the recliner store
Yeah.
with the least personable store owner in possibly all of human history.
I think he was. Well, why?
He was really bad. His read was pretty terrible.
Well, yeah.
That's why he ultimately had to have him think of a friend and try to
Yeah.
If you were talking to a friend, would you be this cold and ridiculous? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's much like our local commercials. A lot of them are horrible. They're just very plain white paper. Nothing, hardly any writing on them. There's no colors. It's just, hi, I'm blah 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 blah, and blah blah blah. This is what we do.
The local real estate commercials here are really bad.
Yeah. Well, that's because they all have money, and then they think they're a movie star somehow.
So he sells one commercial to
Yeah.
the recliner store guy.
Yeah.
And then he divvies up all the money.
Or just split it 4 ways.
Split you 4 ways. Yeah. So then he goes and settles up with Kim. And he ordered Chinese food. And there goes all of his money.
Yeah, pretty much.
His money is gone. He's literally broke in this scene.
Is that right? He was complete. Oh yeah,
because he gave the last dollar as a tip.
Jeez.
And then just how the guy from community service offered to lower his hours from a half an hour to 0. Jimmy kind of transfers that on to the food delivery guy.
Yeah.
And when he complains that he's only getting $1, he says, "Oh, we could make it 0."
Yeah. Dude, Jimmy, let her pay once in a while. Let her pay once in a while. You don't have to be Mr. I mean, I know how he feels. I've had I've felt that way before. Uh, I like paying. When I have the money,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice. But if I'm broke and she sees that and offers to pay, dude, thanks.
Yeah, that was all pride.
Yeah.
It was absolutely
Oh
all
yeah.
pride. And she more than had the money, but he couldn't take it.
Yeah. A working couple, I think, cooperates. I think. And no,
Who knows? He's not prone to having the healthiest relationship.
true with anyone.
Then we cut to the Canadian coming home.
Oh yeah.
Canadian gangster. And he's got some new security in place in his house.
How'd you get in my house?
And Nacho's waiting for him no matter what, regardless of the security.
Yeah.
Nacho's sitting there in that classic noir kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sitting in this recliner for 4 hours
I've been
waiting for
waiting
you.
for you, Bond.
Exactly. And so Nacho tries to get Canadian Gangster to get him some pills.
Yeah, some pill shells.
Some pill shells.
Yikes.
So that Nacho can do God knows what.
Yeah.
But we do know that those are Don Hector's pills.
Yeah.
And as such, and we know that Don Hector has heart problems.
Right.
And so, say for example, I think Nacho's thinking, say for example, he were to have a heart attack, that's not a bullet. That doesn't have,
Right.
that doesn't have
Right.
a marking on it.
Yeah.
The way that
per se
a bullet would.
Yeah.
A bullet would have, like, rifling or
Most.
whatever, or fingerprints.
Yeah.
But these pills
Some
are
pills
quasi-anonymous.
Some pills can be traced back to where they were.
Oh, sure.
I mean, paper trails on drugs, on over the counter drugs is, I mean, damn near as good, as
These are a diverted sample.
yeah, true.
So
And so that's real.
No,
I
dropped him on the floor. Who knows?
I would trust that shit.
Don't know how you sold that at all. Well, this Canadian is good with coming up with schemes.
Yeah.
He's just terrible at executing any single one of them.
Yeah.
So then we go to Mike, and Mike goes down into his floorboards and takes out $5,000.
Yeah.
And goes and buys himself some cement.
Yep.
And he is now helping put down the cement so that they can fix up the playground for the kids.
Right.
And he gets 3 people who want to do something, but they don't know anything. And so he gets 2 of them to mix cement. And the third one, he shows how to texture the cement. Texture the sidewalk.
I like how that started out.
Totally explains why sidewalk is like that, because I've walked on I don't know how many sidewalks, and it never occurred to me.
Really?
I was just like, man, I hope I don't slip and fall, because then I'll really mess up my face, because look at all these little jagged bits in the sidewalk. But I didn't think about the benefit of that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
I myself have troweled concrete. I've poured concrete, troweled concrete, roughed it up, done everything. Put swale in concrete. If you even know what that is. Nobody knows who that is.
No earthly notion. But since you've done that, did Mike do anything that was like not legitimate?
No.
Yeah, see?
Nope.
Attention to detail. Shout out to Vince Gilligan. All right. So
probably would have went over it with a 2x4 and just kind of went side to side. But yeah, just get it perfect.
So the next scene, Mike has just gotten done working on the concrete, and he's clearly tired. He can see the concrete on his hands.
Yeah.
And he's happy when he sees that, knowing he did a good thing.
Yeah, that the money went to a good place.
No sooner does he have this thought
right.
Then he looks up, and the Canadian gangster is in a van on the street. So they have a little conversation. And the Canadian gangster tells him that Nacho wants him to get pills.
Right.
And he totally did it. And Nacho knows when they're coming in because he told him that too.
Yeah.
Stop giving Nacho all this information.
Yeah, well.
Nacho can figure out where you live from, sweet car. Let me take a look at it.
Yeah, let me look in your glove box while you're around the corner, dumbass.
Count the money, make sure it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what Nacho is capable of. Don't help him.
Yeah.
That was dumb. That was really dumb. But it's not shocking because look who we're talking about. So, speaking of dumb things, Kim is really exhausted. She takes a 5-minute nap and freaks out when she wakes up.
That freaked me out.
Yeah.
That was the
way it's cut, it's jarring.
It's a nice effect.
Yeah.
That is a really good effect for that.
So then she talks to Paige, who is the in-house counsel.
Paige seems to be kind of a drama queen.
Oh, either way.
Just a little bit, just lingers on things that are dramatic and
We're talking about a 20% increase in the amount of money they have to hold.
I was talking about just everything that still going on about their court case and everything. And Kim obviously knows she has to hear this.
I think she likes Kim. I think she really is interested in what Kim's up to.
Right.
And meanwhile, Kim feels super guilty.
Yeah, of course.
So she can't celebrate. Whereas Paige is removed from the situation.
Yeah. And
so she can just appreciate it almost as entertainment.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
So then Kim snaps at Paige.
Yeah.
Which is the first time Kim has done anything the least bit unprofessional.
Yeah.
Dealing with Mesa Verde.
Dealing with clients in general.
And then we cut to the next commercial that Jimmy does, that Saul does.
Yeah.
And
was that the music shop one?
That is the Sklar Brothers music shop.
That's I'm like, what? Sklar Brothers? What?
Yep.
And then for a long time I could only remember Randy's name and I couldn't remember. I'm like, is it Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I was dumb. But it's been a while. I haven't seen either one of them perform. Well, I haven't seen them perform.
Right. I haven't seen him perform. So, he gets into an argument with the music store owners, who are played by the Sklar brothers, and they've decided that they are good. They don't need to do a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jimmy says, well, I will discount it 50%. And they say, we still are good. And he says, all right, how about free? How are you going to deny free?
Right.
I will do the commercial for free. And then when you
like it.
Yeah, when you see how good it is.
Right.
Then we'll do all the rest of the commercials.
Right.
Like, this is the freebie, and then you pay me on the other one.
I think we have to do that. Ugh. Gross. I don't like... Yeah. I'm not going to say it. I'm not... Small businesses like that sometimes, pawn shops, and sometimes with musical instruments, are just hell-bent on, nope, 3 times as much. Whatever we pay for something, we're going to sell it for 3 times as much as we paid for it. And if it, God forbid, it comes up with, this is collector's item, and they didn't know it when they sold it.
Gotta keep the lights on somehow.
I know.
So, speaking of keeping the lights on, the next scene is Jimmy and Kim sitting in their sweet folding chairs with their backs to the glass bricks, sharing a cigarette, and then Jimmy has an idea, and he drags Kim, or maybe Giselle, off to a bar where they just start pounding drinks, and they just start scanning the bar, and they start seeing marks the same way that Jimmy used to do with Marco.
Yeah.
he's trying to make Kim the new Marco.
I don't think
But
so.
Kim's not Marco because Marco had one talent, and it was being a con man.
Yeah.
And Kim has a lot of other things going for her.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun escape for Kim.
Yeah.
Marco lived for it.
Right.
More than Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's sort of why he keeps that pinky ring around.
Yeah.
Is what a huge influence Marco was.
Mm-hmm.
So Victor and Giselle scan all the targets, and it becomes clear that they're not really going to scam anyone.
Right.
They just like knowing that they could.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Talking about the ways they could.
It's like having someone hot hit on you. Like maybe you're married or whatever, but someone who's hot hits on you, and you don't even need to follow through. You just like knowing that you could have.
Yeah.
And then that's enough of an ego boost. And so they've gone off and they've had their fantasy life for a second. And then we cut to Nacho. Nacho meets with Mike, who he wasn't expecting.
That was intense.
Yeah.
That was intense. I mean,
and Mike
not
appears.
So intense. I think because it was their first meeting after the last time Nacho wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
Just being angry and feeling like he was cornered in a way. Like, oh, you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't corner Nacho.
Right? Yeah, Nacho will fucking kill you.
Yeah. I don't know if Nacho is a killer, but I don't have any trouble believing that he's fully capable of it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and you know, I'm siding with Nacho on this, man. If you fuck with my dad, you are so fucking dead. You are gone.
It really was one of those things where he had to respond.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
And I think Don Hector was counting on him being further into the cartel family than he was into his actual family.
Don Hector's losing it. Old senile fuck. Used to get in your way all the time, and
got heart pills.
Now you're starting to push.
Yeah.
You're starting to push your people. Whoops. You pushed somebody a little too far now, didn't you?
So Nacho gets his pills.
Yeah.
And we assume that Nacho is going to set his plan in motion.
I think Nacho's going to have a little help from Mike.
Yeah.
I think Mike's going to kind of watch over this whole thing. Like,
It behooves Mike for Don Hector to die.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fantastic for Mike.
Yeah.
If he dies in some indetectable way.
Right.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But like you said, with all the eyes on him, they would be looking everywhere.
Which is why he said to switch the pills back.
And as soon as any kind of police went through all that news would be out to the cartel too. Somebody's going to be on the tape.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's still the best plan he's got.
Yeah.
Like, he can't shoot him, you know?
Yeah.
He can't stab him. Like, he doesn't have...
And Mike can't shoot him either.
No, Mike has a family.
Yeah.
Anyone with a family, the cartel will use your family against you.
Yeah.
Just like you imagined was happening to Mike at the beginning of the season.
Right.
But we know that they're capable of it because they did threaten Kaylee while she was swimming just to get to Mike.
There's a lot of building blocks in this episode. It was just I mean, I'm following along. It wasn't, I guess I can't have excitement every episode.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Can't be all garden hoses filled with nails and trucks skidding along the ground and no.
Shooting cocaine-filled shoes.
Cocaine being dug out of coffee grounds in a secret compartment. It can't all be exciting. But speaking of exciting, Jimmy goes and talks to the insurance company.
Yeah.
Doesn't get more exciting than that.
No.
Except he finds a way to mess with his brother.
Yeah.
With like the crocodilest tears.
Yeah, exactly. And that was just, it looked like opportunity. And maybe because I don't hate my brother for being, for hating me for a long time and judging me for what happened in the past, and maybe for the person I am. With, you know, I mean, maybe that isn't, but I don't think I wouldn't go after my brother like that. And I mean, it was just opportunity that just reared its head, and you're like, oh well, here I'm gonna fuck my brother now, and
It was like a consolation prize.
kind of,
I can't get my money back.
right, and now I'm
And you
getting
did
fucked even
mention
more.
you did mention that you're in charge of his insurance.
Yeah.
Well,
What
now you know.
information can I tell you that'll make you fuck my brother as much as you fucking me?
Here's the thing. Is it untrue? Anything that he says?
No.
That's the crazy thing, is he does
Well,
that.
one thing he did say was, he did mention and he's making mistakes on yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one untrue thing.
That there was that, yeah. But in general, he was just talking about Chuck, and
Yeah.
like, there's so much wrong with Chuck.
Yeah.
It's not hard to make a case.
She reaches over and grabs a pad to scribble something down.
Yeah. And that's when he
Oh.
knows. He knows she's taken the bait. That's when he says, "Oh no, I didn't mean any of that. Don't whatever you do, don't use any of that information. That was I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even said any of that." And that's when she says, "Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even think about what we're about to do."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, insurance is evil.
Right? So, that was episode 7.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? You have any other thoughts?
Wow. So, okay, I've already made this prediction that Mikey may be watching over what happens, with Don Hector.
In the next episode and
Yeah.
going forward?
Maybe keeping Nacho out of trouble.
Yeah.
And because and he knows about Nacho's dad. He knows that he runs a small business. He's been there, and he could see how his dad and how the father and the son react, interact, and it seems like it's all good. So it's all good, man.
Yep. We did it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
I was
we
waiting
did.
for it. It happened. The next episode is entitled Slip. Any
Okay.
thoughts on how that figures into anyone's plans?
Slip being a term used in many rap lyrics.
Sure. Caught slipping.
Yeah. And so, the other prediction that I have was that, oh, hey, Mikey's been talking to that girl.
Yeah.
The widow.
Yes. The Navy widow.
Yeah.
Navy widow's good with a brush.
Well, maybe he'll get to see her in her slip. So.
Could be. Woo-hoo. Who knows?
Could be a good one. I have not seen any nudity in this show yet. I am disappointed.
It's an AMC show.
No, I'm not. I'm just joking. It's a haha kind of thing. I know where to find nudity. It's on the internet.
That's right. Any other thoughts about what's going to happen in the next episode?
Well, I just kind of told you 2 of them.
All right.
You
think Hector's going to get into a gunfight to prove that he's young
Hector's
and vital?
Gonna fucking die like he ought to. Jackass.
Just going to finally just be down for the count, and then Mr. Fring can roll over him and.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other thing.
Chuko's in prison.
Fring doesn't want him dead yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to find out why he doesn't want Hector dead yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he does want Hector dead.
He said it was humane. To shoot him in the head was too humane.
Oh, yeah.
And much would be much the same would be a heart attack because you die pretty quick after a heart attack.
He's had this rivalry with Hector. We don't know
Yeah,
exactly what
don't
the
know
roots of it are,
or how long.
but we know that there's a history between them.
Yeah.
And whatever happened is so great that Mr. Fring will not allow him to just die.
Right.
He wants
to see him
something.
Suffer.
Yeah.
He wants to torture
him. Which is a fair amount of hubris. Like,
yeah.
if you're going to take out a rival when the opportunity presents itself. Don't create these elaborate machinations just to make sure that you're twisting the knife.
Yeah,
because you want to talk about slipping, there's all kinds of ways you can screw that up.
Right. Yeah, I haven't heard the word machinations since Bill Hicks
Nice.
uttered it. And which one was it? Oh well. I think his last album. His very last album.
Gotcha.
Talking about advertising. In fact, that was within his advertising bit.
There you go.
Advertising and marketing. Kill yourself.
Sound advice.
Just spreading seeds.
All right, guys. Thanks again for listening. Thanks for all the help that you've given us so far. Hope you keep listening. I hope it continues to be entertaining for you. And we will check back with you after we watch Season 3, Episode 8 of Better Call Saul, Slip.
This ought to be a better episode.
Better episode, like more action?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Or at least a little build. A little more build.
More build?
Yeah.
This is like...
We got some build.
Right. So then 2 episodes from now, or like...
Oh, yeah.
The episode after this one, it's just going to be just balls out.
All out crazy.
Yeah. I can see it. All right. Take it easy, guys.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy. Bye. But, yeah.
Bye.